Hello and welcome. Welcome to card making. I'm Sandy from Lolly and Sand. I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator here in beautiful, windy Canada today. So, well, I'm a demonstrator all the time. It's just windy today. Oh my goodness. So, my graphic on, can you guess which stamp set we're using? I think that might have been a little bit too hard. So we are using Abstract Impressions today. And it is such a fun set. It's in the annual catalog currently. Will it carry over? Don't know. And I just really love it because I like to make bright, happy cards with it. You can make whatever kind you want with whatever color. The possibilities are endless. But the sentiments make this set really, really lovely. So thank you. If flowers were hugs, I'd send you 1,000. I think we could use that now. So happy about your news. There's so much to love about you, and kindness changes everything. So it's a really great set. And I'm going to show that to you today. Hey, Rosemary, welcome. Welcome, welcome. Alrighty, so let's get started. Now, before I forget, and I will try to mention it at the end of the video as well, I have a Zoom mystery card party coming up this Friday. So, more details I'll post something extra on my, well, I guess I'll put it on my blog, and I'll put it here as well, of course, here as well. And it'll be fun. So that's in lieu of doing a Facebook Live on Friday. We're doing a Zoom, and if you're concerned that is going to go onto YouTube, it is not. It's going to stay here on Facebook. Alrighty, so just for here. So here's the colors that we're using. Oh, Lee, I love this set too. It's so pretty, and like I said, endless possibilities with it. Endless. So, alrighty, here's our colors today. I know it's a mittful because I've got two of the older style here. So Bermuda Bay, yes. Coastal Cabana, Garden Green, Daffodil Delight, and Granny Apple Green. So, yep. If your ink pads are still working, there's no reason to replace them. Unless they're totally ripped up, torn apart, you don't need to replace them. Alrighty, so this is just a piece of scrap paper. This is the card we'll be making. Just give you a quick glimpse, and because we're going to make it. And I need it off to the side so I can see it. So, yesterday when we did the spotlight technique, well, we're going to do it one more time, except this time someone forgot to get her washi tape out. Ooh, memento. Now you could use, you could use like a Scotch tape as well. And, and just be sure to, well, let's just see, I have Scotch tape right here. So all we're going to do is make one of these little circly dudes. And yes, I did see the weather outside, and you know what? I'm okay with it. If that makes people stay inside, I am like 200% there. I made a little oopsie there. Let's see if I can use scissors with my right hand and not cut my fingers off. Oh, I can. That's a shock. See, look what we can do when we don't expect it. All right, so just going to make one of those little circly things, and then I'm taking off some of the stick. Don't want it to rip the card. All right, so just like yesterday, I just thought, why don't we do another one with a different set, and you can get another idea what it's like. And then you can, of course, send me your pictures. Alrighty, so I think we'll start with the grass. So for the grass, clearly, we're going to use the greens. So Granny Apple Green and Garden Green. Hey, Deb, how are you today? Awesome to have you here. So, all right, so this is, like I hinted on my my little blurb yesterday. Blurb? My little graphic yesterday. This is a 2-set stamp. Don't be afraid. Don't be afraid of that. Just designate which one's going to go where. So if I was the type, and I am, because I've done it already with my samples, if I was the type to put the wrong ink, like to take this and then ink over here, or take this and ink over here, put them on opposite sides. That will be good. So when you are 2-step stamping, what you want to do is make sure you hold hold the stamp down for just a little bit and make sure you see the coverage, and I'll show you. You can almost see it with the stamp. Hey Marcy, welcome. Doing a little bit more two-step stamping, and oh, well, okay, that's not perfect, but the good news is it's two-step. Let's see if we could do better. Oh, I know what I need. Ha! Hang on. Hold that thought. There. This is a photopolymer stamp set, so likely stamping with something under it, it'll be great. Hey Janice, welcome. Oh my goodness, I wrecked that, didn't I? Okay, well, there's a solution to every problem. Un momento. Thankfully, every piece of paper has two sides. I do not know why that didn't work, because it certainly worked in my original. Maybe because I didn't have something underneath it first. So let's do that again. Oh, I know why. Hang on. I've washed all my cloths except this one. So this one is my cloth of many colors at the moment. Many colors. So I got ink up there because. So let's just try it again. If it's going to go wrong, it is going to go wrong on your video, right? Better. Patience, darling, patience. Let me just make sure everything's in frame so you can see. Well, you don't really need to see my messy old cloth here, but it does the trick. It does the trick. I didn't really totally check to make sure my paper was completely lined up. What I'm seeing here, I don't know if you can see where it's darker than that light spot. That's where the ink will not be, in that light line. And that's okay because there's going to be a mat under this. So if you're just joining, say hi, say where you're from. I was mentioning at the beginning of the video that that we're doing a Zoom on Friday in lieu of a Facebook Live, and I have to keep cleaning this. Boy, you'd think I've never stamped before, because I got ink up there too, but I forgive myself for that because we don't want the card to take like 3 hours because, you know, I messed it up. So, and the Zoom, again, it will not go on to YouTube. Nope. It's going to stay here on Facebook. If it records, I've never recorded one. So if it records at all, it will only be here on Facebook. It will not be shared. It will not go out to the world. I'm a little more private than that. A little bit more. Alrighty, so now in with the garden green and the other stamp. Yeah, don't drop your stamp on it. You don't have to line everything up exactly. In fact, I prefer not to line things up exactly. I think it gives it a little bit more depth and texture if you kind of go what's that called? Loosey-goosey, wingbats, whatever you want to call it. Alrighty, so 2 down. Now, let's close that. Let's close it. And I'm running out of space because I have a lot of stuff going on. Move my lamp a little so I don't whack myself in the head. Alrighty, so on to the flowers. So, and I'm like, where's the ink? And it's right here, exactly where I left it. Okay, so 2-step stamping again. So for the darker, I'm using this stamp. And then this is a more flat stamp, so it'll make the first image. So go like that. And I already know that the flower is going to be a different color. Hey, Sonia, welcome. Welcome, welcome. It's nice to have you here. Okay, so, oh, wait, for this, hang on. Thankfully, not like yesterday, I looked at my sample. So this is coming apart. So there's our first layer. Our bottom piece. This is what we're actually going to be stamping on. I don't think I need that again, just in case. You know, reuse, right? Okay, so let's put a few of these on. And with this, take your time getting the ink on here, just to get really good coverage. Now, I'm not considering these. This is grass to me. It's not flower stems. So I'm not terribly concerned that things aren't touching. One thing that I like to do, by the way, with these is vary the height. Flowers, grass, they don't grow evenly, right? They are what they are. I'm just hoping that I've left enough room for my sentiment. Okay, don't need that. Close that one. This is the best way of doing things. Righty, on to the next one. So who's tried the spotlight technique? Because that would be my question, which is basically what we're... Oh no, this one isn't. No, it's not spotlight. No, not really spotlight, because that's where you don't color. Like yesterday, where not everything's colored. This is... Oh, it's different than yesterday. Good. Okay, that was my stamping of the Bermuda Bay with the smaller stamp. So you can see that it just adds this really... It just adds some depth to the picture. Thinking, do I need this again? I do not. Off you go. I'm trying to think. Hey, Carol, welcome. Hey, no worries. No worries. We are using today the Abstract Impressions stamp set and just kind of going here and there with it, you know. This would represent my garden if I had flowers. If I had flowers. I will have flowers. I will certainly have time. Okay, so there's my main flowers, okay? I still have ink on here, so I can go a bit lighter. And I want to do it again, but I still want the lighter. So stamp off, stamp on, just filling in some of the spots down at the bottom. Just because it's fun. Alrighty. So by the way, let's go back to that again. I do have a couple people signed up for the Zoom, and it will be fun. I'm sure of it. Let's make sure I left room. I did. It might even cover up that inky mess I made. You know, oh my goodness. If you're going to do something, it's going to happen. I want to see all of that get covered. Good way to check your stamp. My stamp needs a cleaning, by the way, so forgive that. My block, I should say. Good way to check that you have all the ink on is to flip it over and look for the shine. Because when I first looked through it, some of this didn't have ink on it. Now, here we go. Let's line this up over some of that inky mess I made. Wait, 1 second. I have to bring it closer so I can see if it's straight. Okay, I don't know. Is it? Is it? All right, Rosemary coming in on the Zoom. Yep. I think it's best that we just keep it, like I said, we'll just keep it private. Because, you know, my videos are one thing, but nobody signed up to have their, well, none of us anyway, signed up to have our faces on YouTube. I don't even, you know, you see my hands, so you'll see me Friday. Alrighty, so let's go with the getting the base ready to go. So this is Bermuda Bay, and as always, well, not always, but this is this is the size, 5.5 by 8.5, scored at 4 1/4. I used my trimmer to do the score blade. There's a score blade on it, obviously. Otherwise, I would have trimmed it in half. And I don't know about you, but yes, I have cut something in half when I meant to trim it. Okay, and then here's this piece, a little background on it. So, glue. There's the mess I made to start with. Now, tomorrow is a very exciting day. Oh my gosh, Janice, you haven't used your stamp set. Use it, use it, use it. And don't forget, ladies, you can send me, because if you don't want to put them up right here on Lolly and Sand, send me your cards via messenger, and I will get them that way. Okay, before I put this on, I need ribbon. Ha! I again looked at the sample. Yeah, it's, you know what? It's such a pretty set, and it's personal. It's personal. I don't want to forget these guys. Okay, so I'm going to put them right here. We have to have our bling, but I have to look at my sample to see how I did this. I know, how sad is that? Okay, scissors. I got it. So, little snip here. Oh, I still have my tape on there. Go. And a little glue dot here, a little glue dot there. There's my little ribbon that keeps it from, you know, all unraveling. definitely a suggestion if you are a droppy type person like me, or a throw it, and I didn't really throw it. I set something not in the best spot. How's that? That sounds, that's my story. Oh, it just came off on my finger there. In that case, just attach it that way if it's going to be uncooperative. Now I want to show you, even with the tape, there's that little bit right there. So I'm not concerned because we're covering it, but when I say you're going to use, like you should use washi tape or whatever, then you definitely want to unstick it a little bit for this. Oh, I was just looking at the emoji you put up there, Janice. That's cute. Oh, how crooked is that? Luckily, we can straighten that. Yeah. All right, let's get that on the card, and then we'll continue. Almost done this card. On the sample I made, I've done the inside of it, so you can see that as well at the when I finish the card. I also have, I'll have this up on my blog, of course, so you can see still photos, because I know well, I'm trying to talk slower, talk like an auctioneer, and get that. I should check first before I do that. All right, we need dimensionals, and you know me, how excited I get when I'm at the end of one of these, like, yeehaw, yeehaw. I know, how childish, but hey, you know what? I'm just a big kid. Just a big kid, right? We're all kids at heart. Well, if you want to stay young, be a kid at heart. Let's put it that way. That's the way I see it. Alrighty. So it's really a simple card. Really, really a simple card. There is, I just have to line this up. Mostly line it up. There. Straight. Oh my gosh, I think I got it the first time. Whee! I am going to put a bow. So when I have ribbon like this, and oh, what ribbon is this? Let's read. Mini striped ribbon, and it's Bermuda Bay and white. So if I stop moving, you can actually see that it's got a stripe in it. Like, perfect. So I'm not going to do bunny ears, because then I'll get that center part all squished. So one over the other, over your thumb, through, and under the loop, and pull. And then you just adjust and adjust and adjust until you're ready. Give it a weak pull before you lose the ends. And adjust and adjust. Oh, uh-oh. Seems about right to me, but we're still not done because my ladies love their bling, don't they? Very much so. Hey, Luann, welcome. Thank you. Thank you. Well, card number 2 is coming up as soon as I get this one done. Like I said, sometimes. Okay, so I just pressed a glue dot into that. We're just using up a little bit of the white space here. And then, of course, Noble Peacock Rhinestones. I will get through this, you know? I will get through all of these little oh, I thought it was a spot. All these little rhinestones. I never have, except with the clear, like the basic rhinestones. So yes. Oopsie. There we go. And still wonky triangles. Okay, card number 1, and here is the original. Hey, Sharon. And the inside. Keep it simple. You want to be able to write a note, right? Leave yourself lots of space. Very spring-like. That was my idea. And you know what? Well, you know this too. These colors are so perfect together. So perfect. If you missed the beginning, go back to the beginning and you can hear about all the colors and such. And again, it'll be on my blog anyway. Okay, card number 2. Also bright and interesting. And someone forgot her ribbon again. I did too. Okay. Un momento. Because it's in the drawer beside me. I have a ribbon drawer that shares the drawer with my blocks. Okay, we need that. So there's our card. Not difficult. So let's get her going. So I started with the base of Whisper White, and I might as well. So if you ever notice the way I do this, same size as last time, it's got the score. I always use my fingernails, the end of my fingernails, to line up the ends, hold it and then push it away from myself. And not only is it flat, it's perfectly lined up, and that's what I need. So this is, that was Whisper White. This is Mango Melody. Like, well, hello. And I have to say, it's a color that I totally embrace. 100%. 100%. So I'm just going to put that right on. Nice and bright. Now, do I want an entire card of this? Not necessarily, but it makes an awesome, awesome layer. I know I do have my limits. Oh yeah. I know. What I was starting to say was definitely tune in tomorrow. I have cards already planned, already made. I know, shocking. And I have, after the video, videos at 2, depends on how long I talk, at 3 p.m., I'm going to post the retiring list. Retiring products from the current annual catalog. And you're going to want to get in and take a look right away. Remember what I said on Monday, and that is that anything that's of the in color, so like the, it's in French. Why did I put the French label on? Lovely Lipstick, Grapefruit Grove, Call Me Clover. Uh-oh, I forgot the blue one. I'll think of it. It's here somewhere. Oh my gosh, I can't, anyway, and Pineapple Punch. Oh, why did I forget the blue? Blueberry Bushel, got it. Phew. Any of those products and their re-inkers, those will go first, then the papers will all go, then the ribbons will all go. So make sure you don't miss that. Okay, end of story. Okay, so this is another layer of Whisper White, or this is a layer of Whisper White, and I have put it through the Big Shot using the Coastal Weave 3D embossing folder. And I don't know why, but I love these together. Like, I really do. So this is from the Pressed Petals Specialty DSP. This is the other side, but you know I like texture and grain. It's smooth, but it looks like it has texture. So I'm not putting that on right now because we'll do this part first. Because here's the ribbon, and I am going to go past the ends, cut piece, and that can go. And then, yep, Blueberry Bushel, that is correct. I'm going to cut it in half. I mean, you could, if you wanted to, glue this on like this, cut another piece, glue it on like that. But ribbon's expensive, and so we're going to do it this way. So I'm going to cut it mostly down the center. You're not going to see it, so it's really not going to matter. So I just thought, you know what I always say, I don't really like when it's just straight up against here. It doesn't have what I'm looking for. Now, let's see if I can find what I'm looking for right now, which is, we're going to try this with Snail. Use whatever adhesive you have. I'm just not keen on using ribbon with liquid glue. I don't know. It's just not my thing. Maybe, un momento. Found it. Okay, because I know this is going to get on my desk and then I'll have sticky bits. So I'm going to run this down the edge, and might as well do it a second time, right? And then run it down this edge. Hopefully, if you didn't get it, I'll just do it again. No one's going to see this. Wow, you can tell I don't use this much. It's a wonder. What a mess. Alrighty. And then what happened? And then lay this down. You are going to get little pieces of the linen thread. No biggie. No biggie. And I found it easiest to do it this way. If you find it easier, like flat on your desk, do it that way. But it just lines up perfectly, like so. Just going to give that a little stay put. And then onto the other side. That worked way better, by the way, than it did in my sample. I'm like, how am I ever going to show you this? Because it wouldn't cooperate with me. There. That's how you save ribbon, my friends. Okay, now we can put this onto the card. like so. Looks like a little mask, doesn't it? I know we're all, oh, masks and such, what can I say? Alrighty. So, hoping that we're still in frame because I can't see the video right now. What do I want? I want glue dots. Again, still not using liquid glue. I don't find liquid glue is going to hold this down the way I want. So, peel back that little bit there. Oh, too far away. I cannot reach. Do it again. If it needs straightening, we can straighten it after. I forget if I said this, that to get the link to the Zoom meeting, that's higher than I want. To get the link to the Zoom, you need to message me. I'm not putting it out here for the world. Reason for that is we don't want any weirdos on. Plain and simple. I should have thought about this before I put that on, but hey, that's why we can peel things off. They're glue dots, right? There's 400 of them. It's just a few. But yeah, I was like way too high, and if it's not what I want, I wonder if I can just, nope. Forget about reusing them, my friends. Forget about using them. I do want to thank you again, by the way, for number one, tuning in, because I appreciate that. I think we all need to stamp and share together. And on Friday, we will actually be stamping together. I just have to make the post of what you'll need. And it's really simple. It's a mystery what our cards will look like. Alrighty. Okay, it's lower. You get under a little bit better. The beauty of this is you can push it in a little bit. Okay, good. Let's get that on the card. Boy, that took long enough, didn't it? The rest won't take this long, unless the glue won't come out, and then it'll take just as long. Yeah, stamping together, chatting together. Yes, message me. Yes, Rosemary, message me on Facebook. You can message me through Lolly and Sand, or if we're friends on Facebook, then you can message me through my regular, get rid of the glue, my regular non-business site. That looks crooked to me, but you know what? I'm leaving it. Okay, stamping. Bring that back out, and definitely bring this back out. So this time we are using more, and those two I don't want to forget. I don't want to forget this either. You know I forget. It's kind of sad, actually, how much I forget. Okay, we're using Mango Melody. Well, that makes sense because it's in the card. There. And Highland Heather and Gorgeous Grape. Now, I have a hard time when they're open telling the difference between the two colors. So I'm going to do that same thing I did last time, which is Highland Heather on one side, Gorgeous Grape on the other. Okay, Highland Heather is this stamp. These two go together. Doesn't look like it, but they do. They'll go separately. Stay in your corners, basically. All right, so then what I will do, I wanted to start with the dark color first, which would be the darker of the two, the Gorgeous Grape. And again, keeping it simple. I want to make sure I have room for the sentiment. So I'm going to go here. Sounds like a good spot. Sounds like a good spot. And then I'll do a second one over here. Very light. That's really what Gorgeous Grape or Highland Heather is going to look like. Okay, this one goes away. Ha! I got this so figured out now. So figured out. Alrighty. So now with the Highland Heather, two-step stamping. So you'll see, I think you can see, how these kind of mostly line up. That's all I'm looking for. They don't have to be exact, especially when you can't get in close. And with the photopolymer, especially I find with this kind of stamp, use your Stampin' Pierce mat. Use that for sure. All right, and I think, oh, nope, I think this went this way. Yep, it did. Like this. Mostly like that. Alrighty, two down. And now we have to do our flowers, which... You know, when I put all those stamps aside, Where did I put the little dude? Okay, un momento while I find it. This is a case of me losing something that's right here, literally 6 inches from my hand. I just have to give it a wee clean. It's okay actually to put the Daffodil Delight into this color, but I really want this color. Hold that thought. I'm going to put this on first. Make sure that I actually have space. Let's do the thank you, shall we? So this is all from the same set. Everything we've used is from the same set, stamp-wise. I forgot to tell you. So this is Whisper White, and I cut it with the largest of the Stitched Shapes Framelits dies. Phew, got it. Stitch Shapes dies. There, leave a word out. I might have to turn this just a little bit. Go thank you right there. The beauty of a circle is if I happen to stamp that sideways, meh, it doesn't matter. Okay, close up. Now I will put these guys on. Okay, so into the Mango Melody we go. And it's just as simple as, and remember these little stamps, hold them. 1, 2, 3. Simple. You don't want to overwhelm it. It's just a simple card. We're simple folk. Alrighty, so this is Gorgeous Grape, and it's cut using the largest of the layering circles. Got it. I forgot to check it. Whew, I did get it right. Alrighty, glue that together. We're almost done. Can you believe it? Most of it's me talking, isn't it? Yes, it is. We need dimensionals. Oh, and I closed the drawer, but that's okay. I needed to get the ribbon that I had forgotten. 4. Ta-da. Stay. And then we'll pick those up. This is your take your pick tool. And if this doesn't cooperate, just use your fingernails. I just like it because I also use it for quilling, paper quilling. There. Card comes back in. Roly-poly. There we go. Oh, I inked my desk. One sec. Don't want a white card. One sec. I have this thing about getting ink. Come on. That's just my spray bottle. It's nothing fancy. And my gross cloth that I showed you before when I had to clean up a bit. I don't like getting, if it was a different color, it wouldn't matter, but not on white. All right. So we're going to put this right here. Not center, top, bottom, doesn't really matter. We're going to make a double bow. And normally this really bugs me that this is, you know, doing this, but not for this bow. This is exactly what I want. So make a double bow, just take your double length about there, let's say. And I am going to cut it. I know I normally don't, but I am cutting it. So now I have 2 lengths of this. And am I going to use bunny ears? No, I think I can do it the other way. Can I? Let's find out, shall we? Alrighty. Oh, that one's really short. Hang on. I would at least like them to be close. It's the beauty of it. Just start over, right? It's not the end of the world. And keep an eye on the 2 that I want to pull. My first bow, you know, the test one was just like, ooh, first try. Yay, Sandy. Bows are easy. They are. I want to manipulate it and not lose any of the ends. So I'm going to give that a wee pull. And then pull on all of this. Another wee pull. Definitely pull on this again. Now, I want these to be at different loopy lengths, because that made sense. There. And if it frayed a little bit, that's even better. I mean, that's just like bonus to me. Alrighty. So, a couple reminders. Oh, okay. When you're doing a bow on something that is small like this, just kind of ball that up a bit. Use your fingernail, use your take your pick tool, whatever you have handy. Your scissors, whatever. That way you don't see it. Because we don't want to see it. and go there. Now you know why I like this, because it's being wonky, and I like that. Not done. We have to put on some of the gilded gems, because that's what we do. Oh, you like this layout? Thank you. Thank you, Janice. All right, so let's get some of these guys on. Let's go for a bigger one this time. I'm going to run out of the... I know, I was looking at something else. I saw something I didn't like, so I had to move it. Alrighty, one there, and let's go down here. White and the purples, the gorgeous grape and the Highland heather. I am in love. Alrighty, so what I want to mention is, oh, here's the inside of the card. What I'd like to mention is here's the inside of the card. Simple. Stamped off, stamped full, second, third, also a third. So the inside of the card there. And we'll bring back card number 1. There they are for today. Remember my ordering special, which is if your order is $50 to $99.99, you're getting the lower, you're getting 10% rather than paying $9.95 shipping. That's from me. That's not a Stampin' Up! Thing. And if you order $60, you get that, plus you get the mega tutorial bundle of 90 different card projects. You all using the Ornate Garden products, which is fine because you can adapt those to other cards. So my friends, that's it. Okay, so if you're coming to the Zoom on Friday, message me so I can send you the link. Please share my video. Let's help our other stamping and crafty friends see that there is things we can do while we're in self-isolation. If you're watching on YouTube, please share. And guess what? I will see you tomorrow. A very exciting day tomorrow. All right, my friends. Thank you so much. Bye-bye.